Okay, so we are just sketching right now. So we used yellow to create our oranges. And then we used green to create our leaves and light blue for our horizon line. This is a little bit messy because I can't draw a straight line and also because this is a shadow, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's continue with our shading. So you're gonna need your yellow, white, and orange. Best is if you have a light orange like this. If you don't have light orange, if you only have the dark orange, so like this one, this was okay as well. We'll just mix it, layer it with the yellow if you only have this one. Okay, so with your yellow, what you're gonna do is start filling in some of the areas. Remember where the highlights are. So on this orange, there's a highlight right here in the middle. You can go ahead and mark that whole area, that highlighted area, with white. So before you do anything, yeah, you can kind of see it on the screen, right? This area of marked white because it's highlighted. You can kind of see it. Same with this orange. I'm gonna take my white and, oh, it's not white. I'm just gonna highlight that part, as well as this orange. I'm gonna go around the outside and highlight that. You can always go in and do this after as well, but this just gives a more understanding of where the highlights are. And once you're done that, grab your yellow and you can just start filling in the orange. So very lightly with my yellow, I'm gonna start filling in the orange. I won't touch this part. So I'm not going to touch my highlight. If it's too round, you can go in and, soften it out so it's not as round and jarring. You may also need to take your white and sort of use it to blend in that part. I do that for this orange as well. Just color it in. And then up here, they look like lemons right now. And then for my orange, the in between the areas where I didn't add white, I'm gonna put in my yellow. With oil pastel, usually you use your lightest color first and you layer everything else on top. I did it a little bit differently last week. And from here, we can fill in our leaves. So first I'm taking white. I'm using white to highlight light areas before I color everything in green. For example, this leaf in the middle, it's very light. So I'm coloring that with white first. And then I will go in with green and shade out the outside. So I'm going to do that anywhere I see white. So here, up here, right here. Wherever you see white or highlighted area, you're going to go in with the white, and then you will go in with green. So you can go ahead, color all the leaves light green. Not pressing super heavily, I'm pretty light. It's all about this layering process. Layer, layer, layer. I'm not thinking about too much right now, just making all my leaves green. Light green. Oh, I totally forgot. There's one leaf right here. Just a little baby leaf. Right here. And then there's a leaf behind right here. Okay, so I found my Pentel pastels. At this point, you can begin to sketch out where the shadows will be. So you know that there's one here. Behind, this is shadow, shadow, shadow. And then over here, this is all shadow. Okay. And up here, right? So you know that's shadow, and there's a shadow up here. This corner is going to be shadow right from here to here. And up here. That's shadow and more shadow. We don't need to worry about it. Okay, so we've marked out all our shadows. Now I will begin to actually fill in the background, ignoring the shadows. I'll deal with it later. So I can mark, I'll begin to color in my background. Right, this is going to be shadows. I'll leave it. I'm trying my best not to touch the yellow. So start filling all of this in. And we can deal with the rest of it later. I sort of like this blue, actually, for the sketching of the glass up here. It might look nice as a shadow color for my glass. Keep that in mind. But we need to start on our oranges. Let's do this one first. So this one's actually kind of green. The outsides are green. So you're going to go in with your green. Very lightly, you're going to shade your green in. I guess it doesn't have to be very lightly. So wherever you see green, just fill it in. I see green up here. This is a very green orange. It's not ripe yet. And I'm just going to add a couple of dots of green in the middle. So I'm just taking this, I'm just dotting it so it's not as harsh. You get the texture. So towards the middle, you can just dot it in. Nice. Now, if you have a light orange, this is a great time to use it. If you don't, you can actually just keep it yellow. So if you have a light orange, you would just add a teeny little bit in certain areas, like right here, just a little bit. Maybe here, just add a little bit of orange. If you don't have orange, it's okay. Okay, and then we'll shade in this orange and this orange here. So if you have a lighter orange, that works best. If you only have a dark orange, that's also okay. Just mix it with a lot of white. So what you would do for that one is you're going to put in white first. So a lot of white here. So press pretty hard, right? And then you can take your orange, the dark one, and just lightly going to add it in like this on the outside especially, right? You're going to do that. And then you're going to take your orange again or your white again and then kind of mix it in. And it creates a light orange color. Again, if you just have the light orange, just use that. And then I'm going to go in with this one and mark out some darker areas like the bottom. The top. This part right here. For the most part, Oil pastel seems to do better if you press hard. So eventually it's about the layering the last layers usually. Press pretty hard usually. It just seems to look better that way. And then with light orange or white, you can just try to get that a little smoother. So blend it, try. You can also go in with white with this one and try to see if you can get, if you go in with white, see if you can get any of this to be smoother. Same with this orange up here. Just gonna go in and mark out this dark area. So I'm gonna fill that in. I'll go ahead and blend that out. I'll use white. Next, I will need to put in all the details in here. Let's start drawing them in. Okay. So with this one, you kind of just draw the line up and down like a stripe. And then you can go in with, if you only have dark orange, you can just use dark orange. You kind of just go in and draw. Oh, I forgot about this peel. Okay. And same with this one, I'm gonna add a little bit of dark orange to it. And now in comes our dark green. So our next step is to take dark green and put it in all these leaves. Then we will add shadows to everything using blue or purple. But first, dark green. You just color it in, leaving the lighter parts highlighted. Like for example, in between this leaf, there's like a strip of highlight. For the most part, what's dark is just dark. So keep going, fill these areas in. For this leaf, I've left some of them highlighted. Okay, so we'll just wait for everybody to just kind of get their colors in. And then we can continue. With the rest of the layering. Oh, oops, I forgot this one. Okay, moving on to make this all come together. You will need any dark color you have. So, usually purple or blue. Purple or blue work the best, or brown. I love purple, so I usually use purple, but for shadows, we need to mark out the darkest areas and start filling them in. Okay. Actually, I might make these shadows blue and shadows on the objects purple. We'll see what happens. The first thing I'm going to do is go in with my purple. I see a shadow here, so I'm going to mark it out. I'm just going to mark it out like that. And there's a bit of a shadow over here. Just mark it out. And I'm just going to fill that in. So you might be thinking, oh, this looks so weird, but it'll come together. And then the rest of this needs to be quite light. And then we're gonna go right under. If you don't like purple, use blue. If you don't have purple, use blue. The shape is this one's not round. See if I can make it more round. All right. And there's more back here, so I'm just gonna fill this in. There's a line. So you need to do this for all of these areas. Those dark areas, just fill them in. Mm. Oh, there's a shadow right here. This is actually light, so I'm gonna go in and fill it with blue. Okay. So really lightly, and then I'm gonna go in up here with my purple. All right, like this part is purple, this part is purple, and there's more shadows on the rest of my fruit, so I need to put that in as well. I think we might be able to do the fruit first. Yeah, let's do that. So fruit, it's a big shadow right here. Remember, you can mark it out. You can do whatever feels easy for you. So mark out the shape. You can draw the line down here. And back up. And just fill it out. Yeah. So you're just gonna mark out these areas, fill them out with your shadow color. I think I need a bit of dark orange down here. There we go. It's too light. Same with our orange up here. It looks to be just a bit at the bottom here. and a little bit up top. As well as we still have all of this stuff. So, so whatever's happening here is in shadow, this peel. This orange, there's a bit of it that's also in the shadow, right? You can see. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now I'm gonna fill out the rest of this. So the shadows up here that I've marked, I'm gonna start to lightly, I'm gonna go in and color them. So this one right here and this one right here, very lightly. I'm just gonna go in and start coloring. Remember, it doesn't have to be super clear. So I'm gonna go in, just fill these areas. Same with this one right here. There we go. I'll probably need to make this more of a blend look. So instead of such a harsh line, I'm just gonna lightly feather, just very lightly. And there's a little bit more shadow up here. Just in the corner. You know what? I think we're gonna try something interesting. This is usually not done, but for the leaves, I think I'm gonna use red to make the shadows. This is a little bit different. Let's give it a shot. So on the leaves, you can see some areas are very dark. I'm gonna use red to see if I can get that to come out. So for example, look at this leaf, right? This is very dark. I'm going to use red to see if I can get that. Okay, so here we go. It might be a little bit strange, but I'll give it a try. Might be nice. Oh, I like this. This is interesting. The contrast is very interesting. Okay, so this one doesn't really need much. I'm just going gently on the very outside a little bit. And on the inside to create a line, just a tiny bit. Okay, and then this one, yeah, I like the red. It gives it a pop of this interesting color that we didn't even know we needed. It makes the whole thing look much more lively. Nice. To keep a balance, we can take our red and you can add a bit to your shadow. So like here. Can do under here. So you can add some red to the shadow to kind of balance it. You can add some to the side as well. If you're looking for this balance. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so I like the red. It's very bold. I might add just a bit to these areas. Yeah, to get a little pop. I love adding these colors that don't exist into my paintings and art. I'm always thinking about how I can use that color even though it doesn't show up in the picture at all. Okay, from here, there's only one more step for you to do, and that is to grab your white. Oh my goodness, I forgot that there's a glass here. That's a thing? Oh my goodness, I forgot. So I forgot about this. You can sketch in the glass, just around. I'm using blue. You can use whatever you want. Okay, and you're just gonna create a circle of for the rim. If you don't want to bother with this, then don't include it. You may need to alter the shape of the glass to fit whatever's inside. So mine is like really long. So I need to alter the shape of my glass. It can just be a wine glass now. So you just sketch it out. Totally forgot about this thing. So now that's done. Don't worry about that. Oh, I will add some shadow in there. So along the rim, this glass. So I'm just sketching out the glass. And before I go, I'll show the last step is to blend out all this stuff. So you're gonna go in with white and just go for it. You blend out all this, becomes smooth. Okay, if you want, you can go right into the shadows. So you just go in with the white. You will probably burn through a lot of white. You're just gonna blend it in. It's pretty simple. Just go in, blend, 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 blend. You'll notice, once you go in with the white, wow, so smooth. So smooth. Yay. You can use the white to make some areas a little bit lighter. You can, use it for highlights. You can use it to highlight the grass up here, right? You can use it. So you need to fill all of this, blend it out. Okay, but it's a little bit scratchy because that's just the texture of the pastel. It's not a very smooth medium. It's quite scratchy. So I'm just gonna go ahead, finish blending all of this, and then we're done. Blending out. The one thing you could do is put in color right here and then blend it out. I think a yellow would look really, really nice here. So if you have the time, go in with the yellow here lightly and then take your white, blend it out. It will look great. Okay, and then we'll blend out this wall. Then we're done. Okay, we're done for today, but this looks so unfinished to me. I think there needs to be a background color. So that's up to everybody here. You guys can fill that in. Try different colors. I think yellow would look great. What else? You can even just use light blue. So this part looks pretty unfinished. Try different colors and see how it works. As for me, I think we're out of time today. So I will stop the recording.